Baltimore Ravens. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got some space here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So Brees is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Hey, zoom. Watch 36. 36.
They'll go for it. It's Brees. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check right 54. Right 54. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Fresno.
Now it's Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On the ground, this is Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce. It's a gain of 5.
Ready.
2nd and 5.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. Ready. Yellow lady. Right now, let's go. Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go.
2nd and 5 now.
Take that shit.
That is incomplete here. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Ready. 5-9.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Easy, opposite. 48 smart. Hey, pick your game.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. He gets this one complete to Traquan
Man,
Smith. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
You ready? I'm here all day.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
53.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and
I should have waited. He just sat there.
Von Bell. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
95-56, 95-56.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Kill.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 26, check 26, 6-6, bullet high.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an error.
Come on,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Ingram. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He's got Smith here. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3. And they're going to try again here.
Ready. Hey, Haywood.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll be out of bounds.
Who the fuck is this slow-ass nigga, man?
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Ready. 95-56.
Breeze now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Oh, my God.
Run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Ready. Kill, lady. Kill. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. Check nickel. X3. 218, chop it.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And now he'll tuck. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 15 now, Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He may try and run for this. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Steps away to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run. This is Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Kamara, and an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And an alley to run. He's got a first. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and